Alright, here we are in the IT room for Leander, Texas. This is the Avior system located, as I said, in their closet here, their IT closet. Here's their IT rack. All this, but our feeds are right here. This is what's giving our devices network access. And our lines come out, cross over to our system. Up here is how Ford AV is feeding us presentation and audio off this scaler up here. And same thing, we're just HDMI out, and then Phoenix connection out to, we have two audio lines. One's going to the switcher, the other is going to the HDMI to SDI converter that is used for the backup shot, just in case, and that goes into matrix input number 2. So here's the back of the Avior rack here. We added an SDI distribution. We needed some extra feeds, so we went ahead and ran their future cable line. It's just a program feed. Well, it's actually, what's feeding this distribution is the Castus. So we're going Castus out into this. We have a monitor up over where Mike's going to be directing. That line is just going into the data video monitor, so he has a direct feed off the Castus. Obviously, this is the input. This other line's going to the matrix for the encoder, input 3, and then the last line's cable, going out the cable, or a future cable. Everything's HD SDI. Up here's what I was talking about, that HDMI to SDI converter. This is just strictly for our backup. In case there's some kind of system failure, we can always defer to a wide shot with audio. So that's coming off camera 2. Camera 2 is a set wide, and it's going into 2 on the matrix. CASA is going into input 3, hybrid deck's going into input 4, and input 1 is just program feed off the switcher. Of course, here's a 658. So that scaler that I showed you from Ford AV, HDMI line down into that for presentation. So there's CG. There's our router, network switch, so on and so forth. Up here in the front, so there's our ATEM, our hyperdeck, CG, as I said. There's that converter again, our matrix switch. As you can see right now, matrix is set for 3, which is the Castus input. It's just going to stay on that. We're going to have Leander do the scheduling on Castus, and that will be the live switchover between the live feed and their Castus content. Down here, here's a battery backup, UPS. Here's their Castus, their CAN control encoder. There is, in case I need to get onto the Castus directly, we've gone ahead and just given them an old mouse and keyboard. That is the Avior rack here in Leander, Texas.